Welcome to Catalyst for Healing. I'm Maria Lloyd, licensed marriage and family therapist, and I'm here today with Rachel Trinity and Petey Anthony. And Rachel is the host and DJ for Ecstatic Dance in Orange County, which is what we're going to talk about today. Petey is her partner and also supports her in her mission and is involved in also. So we're going to hear a little bit about their stories and what brought them to this. I believe it's a very innovative approach to treating mental health. And it's so fun. So anyway, why don't you guys introduce yourselves a little more and share a little bit about what brought you to Ecstatic Dance?
Yeah. So my name's Rachel. I started the Ecstatic Dance OC back in 2019. And what led me to start it was I actually used to live in Kauai, and they have Ecstatic Dance every week. And I had just heard that the community gathers every week and dances in a free form environment, and it's a sober environment. And it was during the day on a Sunday, and it felt like a church kind of vibe, but without the religion.
Yeah.
And so I was
So how long
all
was
in. That was in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you just started going and
Yeah.
checking it out. And what was the experience like?
I would go every week, and I started to just make really beautiful connections with people and in a very genuine way. And it just felt very playful, and it felt like my inner child was healing and showing up and just having the best time. And I was going through a lot mentally at the time. I had actually had a stalker, so I had a lot of anxiety.
Wow.
And I was kind of running from him, which is why I ended up in Hawaii. And so I just felt very tense, and like I always had to look over my shoulder, and I was in this fight or flight. And then the dancing just helped me release and move all of that out of my body and just feel more safe in my body and safe with the community and safe around men and all those things that come with that type of trauma. And so I just really connected with the practice of ecstatic dance. And then I learned it's like a global movement, and most cities in the world have an ecstatic dance. So I came back to Orange County and I was like, where's the ecstatic dance? And there wasn't one.
Okay.
And so the
What year
closest,
was that?
that was 2019.
2019. Okay.
So the closest one was LA, and I went and it was amazing. But I'm like, I feel like we need one in Orange County. But I didn't really have it in me to start it. Or I guess I did, but I was kind of not following through. And then I actually went to Taiwan with my grandma. She's a Buddhist. And we were meditating at all these temples around Taiwan. And every time I would drop into a meditation, I would just get this message dance, dance. You need to bring dance to your hometown. You need to bring dance. And it was just so clear. So I came back from Taiwan, and a week later, I hosted my first ecstatic dance.
Wow.
Yeah.
How exciting.
So I was like, I'm answering the call. I'm going to do it and show up for my community. And then I led one a month for 4 months, and then COVID happened, and I was doing it in a yoga studio. So I took a few months to kind of shift what I was going to offer. And then I was like, okay, we live in California. Why don't I just do it outside? So I started doing them on the beach, and I had a big speaker, but the sound would just get blown away.
Right.
And then I just naturally was like, oh, what about a silent disco? And so I started renting headphones from someone, and then, now I have my own set of headphones, and we do them on the beach, and I do them indoors, so I try to offer both, and it just
it's
naturally
amazing,
evolved.
by the way.
Yeah.
On Laguna Beach, I found this a year ago just to try it out. As I was telling you, I was trying new things, and I had always been afraid of dancing because I didn't feel like I was good at it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try this because it's nobody's caring how you dance.
Yeah.
And so I remember showing up and just putting on the headphones. And I mean, it was so much fun, but also meditative, and plus to have the water, we were going in and out of the water. And I mean, everyone was dancing, but with the headphones on. It's a beautiful experience. And we're going to show, I love it. And we're going to show videos, both inside and outside, ones that you've done. But the thing that's so cool about this is we'll put information in the show notes.
Yeah.
But you can find this, like you said, actually it's worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
So anywhere in the world, and then look for a local chapter to go visit. And it's super community building too. You do a good job of when people come, you kind of like have a little circle and introduce yourself, and then at the end we all talk a little bit about ourselves, and it feels like it starts to build a community. So there's different aspects to it that we'll go into more detail, but I want to hear Petey and like your story. And you guys have been dating, and so I met you through Ecstatic Dance too.
Yeah.
So tell us about what brought you to Ecstatic Dance.
Yeah, my first ecstatic dance experience was in 2019. Prior to that, I was out in Tokyo for a little bit, and my parents were going through a divorce. And I was on the other side of the world, and it was really, really hard time for me. So far away from family, and just really started to drink a lot, stuff like that. So I came back, and I ended up going to this music festival, and I ended up taking some psychedelics, and in my journey, I had these two beings looking at me, and they were laughing, talking about all my insecurities and all the things that I'm doing wrong, and just like I was like sitting in a circle with them, and they're just laughing at me. So when I came out of my trip, I was like, what? Like, they're right. Like, I'm so insecure and I'm so broken. And so I went to bed and I was like, I'm not going to do any drugs for the rest of the festival, anything like that. So the next morning, I end up going to my first ecstatic dance.
In Tokyo?
No, this is back in California.
Okay.
This is in Santa Barbara. So I came back to the States. I went to this music festival in Santa Barbara off the 154. It's called Stoke the World. I just let everything out on the dance floor. Like all my pain, everything. And I remember dancing and kind of like mirroring with this girl on the dance floor. And I feel like she saw me in my brokenness and was just like, it felt like an angel was like looking into my soul in a sense and could like see me. And so I just like broke down and fell down and just started like crying so hard on the dance floor. And it's just one of those experiences I'll never forget, you know. And later down the road, I just moved here, Orange County, about probably 6 months ago now, roughly. And then, met Rachel through the ecstatic dance community. And then we totally fell in love randomly in such a beautiful way.
You guys are so cute.
And I wasn't planning on being a part of it or anything. And I just wanted to support her because it's helped me so much heal and grow. And I just wanted to be there to like give all my offerings as well and support her and see it grow because it's so beautiful. Just to heal naturally without any substance, without anything, and just like being full engagement with God and with yourself.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
And Petey also is a musician. And so this last ecstatic dance event, you were playing the drums. We'll have some videos of that.
Yeah.
But you are very talented with the music. So I kind of feel like the two of you together are, you know, I've seen it evolve of just you leading it. And now, and you were saying he like is building this new like thing for you to do on the beach. And so anyway, I feel like you're both the team at this point, which I really love.
And honestly, to like add to what he's saying, I was at this point where I could feel this expansion coming with ecstatic dance.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I had hit my threshold of what I was capable of in regards to like website and graphic design and music. I was just kind of like, okay, I feel like there's something missing that's going to help me get to that next level.
Yeah.
And I totally feel like it was him. Because once he came in and was part of it, and he just has so many ideas and they're always flowing, and like they really align with everything that I was envisioning for the growth of ecstatic dance. Yeah. So it's been really beautiful.
It has been growing. I didn't think about that, but big time.
Yeah.
And as soon as I met you too, you told me that. You're like, I don't know how it's going to grow, but I'm like feeling this, and this is right in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it's cool. I didn't know that, like, I was the answer to that.
Yeah.
We were both like, whoa.
Yeah, because he was asking for clarity. He was like, I have so many gifts that I want to put into one thing, and I don't know what, and I'm going to ask God for clarity. And then it just naturally, I was like, oh, like, you know, would you mind helping a little bit with my website? And then it just like... And then before you know it, he's like, oh, I guess I got that clarity because now he can use all of his artistic gifts for ecstatic dance. Like everything just fits right in. So,
yeah. And this is a volunteer thing you're doing. I mean, you guys have donations, but like you're there every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you always come with a smiling face, just being willing to serve. I mean, it's a beautiful thing that you're doing. And I want to go into a little bit more because we talked about the research of some of the mental health benefits, because people just think, oh, it's just a bunch of people like going like this. So maybe yeah, because everyone's doing their own thing.
Right.
And it looks kind of funny, but it's like, there's so many benefits to it. So let's go into that. Like, why don't you share a little bit, and then I can add on what I've read.
So the benefits of ecstatic dance mentally, there's just so much information coming out, actually just in the past year even. And something that really stuck out for me was the fact that dancing was like 4 times more effective than SSRIs for healing depression and anxiety. And it's like number 1.
That's crazy.
Number 1 is dance.
That. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. So that was like, whoa, everything I'm feeling and everything I'm hearing, through feedback from people who come consistently, or even if they just come once.
Yeah.
Is like, now there's like a tangible study on that. But I mean, I already kind of knew.
Right. Right. From your own experience.
Yeah. But
I mean, we were saying UCLA did a research study, and 98% of the people that did ecstatic dance showed a marked improvement in mood and energy. Yeah. And so, I mean, it's real. Like, there's something happening, and it's more, again, just than what you're seeing on the surface. So like, maybe we go into the history first. Like, why do you think, how did dancing evolve like this?
Yeah. I feel like kind of what we were talking about earlier, like our ancestors have always danced and had circles and played drums, and that's just been a part of our culture forever, whether it was to celebrate a birth or a death or a marriage or the weather or hunting. There's just so many different ways to play music and dance together, and I feel like we've kind of lost that, and that's maybe why people are feeling lost mentally, or like they can't find their community, and our phones are disconnecting us, and at the same time, in a weird way, it's just kind of a mess right now, and I feel like we just need to go back to the basics with certain things, and dance is definitely one of them.
Dance community.
Yeah, and dancing in a sober environment, because in the modern world, we only usually have, a bar or a club as a place to dance, and then you're surrounded by drunk people, or it's really late at night, and then there's all those other factors that don't really allow you to get the healing benefits of dance.
Yes. Yeah. And a lot of people just drink, when they go out to dance and stuff like that. It's all surrounded by that.
They're like numbed out.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and I think people that are sober are having they're having a harder time finding other people to hang out with already.
Yeah, right.
And so finding these communities where there's sober environments that are encouraging connection and fun and healing, it's kind of amazing, because it's hard to find those communities. So I think that's a great point.
Yeah.
So kind of originated, obviously goes way back.
Right.
But then how did ecstatic dance itself start?
Yeah. I feel like, so it started at Kalani, which is like, it's a retreat center in Hawaii on the Big Island. Okay. And they started it to just have a place for people to come and be themselves and dance and express themselves and allow the movement to release anything that was no longer serving them, and just like connect in a way where you're not using words, but you're just moving, and you're barefoot, so you're connected with the earth, and you come as you are, so you're sober, and it's powerful. And then from there, it just grew and expanded.
And what year was that? I think it was 2000, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like pretty recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it started growing more and more. I mean, do you know how many people are involved today? Because it's
all over the world.
It's all over the world. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's the global website, ecstaticdance.org, and you can find usually.
You can find a chapter near you.
Yeah.
Or you can start one.
Or you can start
one.
Yeah. Anyone can start it.
Yeah.
And obviously, I would just recommend going to it a few times
if
first.
You find somewhere to visit first.
Or even a video online or something.
Totally.
But yeah. So I feel like once it started there and everyone felt how powerful it was and how connecting it is to each other, and without words, you can just connect with people through movement.
Yeah.
And yourself.
Yeah.
And so many people just have these profound transformative experiences where they're like I had someone come up to me at the end of a dance once, and she's like, now after feeling the support from the community and Mother Earth, like I have the strength to file for the divorce that I've been waiting to do. And also I had a dance one time when the fires were going on in LA, and we had a lot of people down here. And she just happened to be a passerby, and she jumped in and joined us. And then at the end, she's like, now I feel like I have the strength to go see if I still have my house. So it's really powerful. Even if you're not dancing with someone and holding their hands, or your bodies aren't like touching, you can still just feel that support of everyone dancing together and feel that unity that I feel like is missing a lot from the modern world. So
and for me personally, like I said, I think I didn't dance because I didn't feel like I was good at it. So people that are more perfectionistic and like a little bit self-conscious, there's something about this that just moves you out of that, where you're just able to be fully embodied.
Right.
And I've talked a lot about my own journey and how dissociated I was from my body, and starting to do these practices like yoga and qigong and ecstatic dance. And there's so much, experience of moving through the body, that the emotions and the stuckness of energy, and there's so much healing that can come from that emotionally. Like we had just looked at this together, but it's kind of like a movement meditation in a lot of ways. How would you guys describe that? Or do you have an experience like that when you're dancing?
Yeah, I feel like for me, I used to party and do like Molly and stuff, and you can get there naturally. You know, drugs are just like a fast pass to get somewhere you can get to completely on your own. So through the movement, all of a sudden you'll just start to let your body move however feels right, and that will usually start to activate the parts of your body that actually need the healing. So wherever you're really tapped in and just allowing it to move, that's where you need healing. And then your body will just start to open up, and so you'll experience emotions. I've cried, I've felt like serotonin flooding my body, I get goosebumps, it feels like you're on Molly or something. And it's totally natural, just from moving your spine or moving your chest or your hips, wherever things are stagnant, and just allowing that movement to come through is just so healing and can release a lot. And then you feel like a new person after. You're like, wow, I just did so much in 2 hours.
No, because I've gone in a bad place, like just having a rough day or whatever, and it shifts my entire being. It's like
the high lasts. It's so long.
It does, and it's just like a complete energy shift. And then you're also like, it just makes you happy to see other people dancing and having fun, and like you said, they're doing it sober, and so it's just really. I don't know. What about you, Petey? Is there any experiences with the meditation piece, or any kind of body release that you notice?
I think it's beautiful that everyone comes together in this channeled focus on dancing, which makes it so powerful. And personally, I like to just let go and try new dance moves and just get creative and really for me, it's about my inner child and playing with my inner child.
I like that.
And especially being on the beach, I get to play in the sand,
You go in and out of the ocean, fully. You're the one, diving in the waves.
It's so good, and it's so important, and it's been so helpful for me, and has brought me so much healing, to really just let my inner child come out to play and be playful. And to move, and the more that you let go and release as well, other people around you will start to do it, which is beautiful. With a chain reaction for sure.
That's great.
Because it's like, even if we're kind of separated through the headphones, we're actually connected also through the headphones. And from the outside, it looks like a bunch of crazy people dancing on the beach to no music. And then people always are like, what's going on? And I'm like, here. And I put the headphones on, and they're like, and they're in it, immediately. They're just like, oh, I get it.
Well, remember that last time on the beach? Because we always have people walking by, they're like, what the heck? Either they're like, what the heck's going on? Or like, ooh, that looks cool. Can I try? And so I would just explain to people what we're doing. And then I remember that family, and we had the whole family come in, and the kids were dancing with the headphones on, and they were like having the best time. And it was just so beautiful to see So, I mean, yeah, I think you're right. It's like, it's just, it does something different for everyone. But for the most part, it's doing two things, I think. One, it's like moving the crap because all of our trauma gets stored in the body and it's getting it out. It's moving through sadness, grief, anger. It all kind of moves through and gets out. And then I think that ability to just have that experience of being fully present in the moment and the energy of that, the music with the movement is, it's so uplifting, and it also just allows for a very present state of being.
Yeah.
So that's for me been the best part. I love it just because it's also like every Sunday it's on my calendar and I can't always go, but whenever I can, I'm like, yay, I can go to Ecstatic dance today.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think what you guys are doing is amazing. We're going to show, is there anything else you think you want to share before we go?
Well, I wanted to also add, you said, you know, releasing emotions. I feel like emotions are just energy in motion.
Love that.
So when you're not moving and you're going through something and you stop moving, it's going to eat you alive.
Yeah.
Because emotions need to be moved out of your body.
Yeah.
In one way or another, whether it's walking, dancing. Those are the top 2 recommended.
Yep. Yeah.
And so the second you do that, it's like, yeah, it's so healing because you're releasing emotions. We're not meant to let them just sit in there and be stored up. Yeah. And that's sometimes the hardest thing to do when you are feeling stuck or depressed or just like the world is crashing down on you. You just want to like, you get stuck. And so it's actually important to just push through and move through it. And that's what ecstatic dance does. It's like pushing you through whatever you're going through.
Right.
And then you come out the other side and you're like, okay, I got this. And it instills that confidence and that just freedom to really come back to who you truly are instead of all the gunk that holds up.
That you just described it really well. I love that. So, all right. Well, we are so excited to air some of the footage because you can see the one of them we did recently was live, and Petey was the drummer, and we had a guitarist there.
Yes.
That was super fun. And then the other ones we're going to show are at the beach, where again we've got the benefit of being in Southern California.
Yeah.
I mean, it adds a whole level to be outside, feet on the sand, in and out of the water, and so. Just so you get an idea of what this is and whether you'd be interested in trying it or looking into a chapter yourself. So thank you guys so much for just sharing your experience and helping people understand what this is. I know you're both super passionate about it and it's helped you a lot. And so I'm grateful you're writing this chapter because I would have never found it otherwise.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, I love having you part of it too. And you're always supportive. Spreading the word. So thank you for interviewing us and putting it out to the world.
Yes, more people need to try it.
Come visit us and try, or if you live locally. Yeah. Everyone is always welcome, all ages, all abilities. You're welcome.
See you next week at Catalyst for Healing. Bye.